2026 is going to be one of the biggest years ever for the Pokemon company. We have a few games coming out next year, which is absolutely insane. We also have other future Pokemon games that are going to release year by year, meaning 2027, 2028, and 2029. We got some more Pokemon games dropping. So next year for 2026, 100% Generation 10 is expected, and we know that from the leaks. The Terra leak, guys, has given us tons of information about Pokemon Generation 10. That's crazy. So first of all, new generation is a huge deal, and we're gonna be getting a trailer for that soon. Literally in what, like 2.5, 3-ish months or something like that. It's February 27th, 2026. We'll get that first drop, because that will be Pokemon Day 2026. And now you guys have probably heard me talk about this a lot on the channel, but that's because it's huge. That is some big information. Subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss all the news with that, and to help reach my goal of 35,000 subs. But next to that, we also have Pokopia coming out, which is the kind of like Animal Crossing-esque game for Pokemon, which actually seems like it's going to be pretty cool. I wasn't really looking forward to it all that much when it was first announced, but after seeing like more footage and stuff, it actually looks really cool, and I'm genuinely looking forward to that. So, I mean, I've been giving you guys like updates on that game and stuff like that every now and then, but yeah, that game looks fun, and Pokemon Champions. So, right off the bat, that's 3 Pokemon games releasing next year, guys. That's like, bro, like mind-blowing. Pokemon Champions also looks really sick. We haven't really had any info about that in a while. I feel like it's been a couple of months, to be honest. Which, this looks really cool. It's basically going to be like a battle simulation game, but you can play it on your mobile phone, you know, the Switch. It actually seems pretty cool. I'm also excited for that. But obviously, Generation 10 is the big one. That's the creme de la creme. Is that what it is? I don't know. We have a bunch of leaks about Generation 10, such as the region is going to be taking place in Southeast Asia. I don't want to sound too repetitive. I'm just telling you guys this for like the new people that have no idea like about anything about Generation 10. Generation 10 will bring us a brand new battle mechanic, which is like, you know, Mega Evolution, Z-Move, Translation, tons of brand new Pokemon. Obviously, every single new generation has a ton of brand new Pokemon, which is going to be awesome to see. I hope the Pokedex is good for Generation 10. Let me know any theories you have. I know Cardinal made this amazing picture of the starter Pokemon that he wants to see, like his concept. Bro, these look so cool, and I just can't wait to see what the starter Pokemon will be. But we actually probably will get that announced soon. They sometimes reveal the starter Pokemon when they reveal the new generation, so let's hope that they do show us the new starter Pokemon soon. I can't believe we haven't had more leaks about that, to be honest. Like, we have had a ton of leaks about Generation 10. How, like I said, the map, it's going to be taking place in Southeast Asia, so it's going to be another water-based region, tons of islands and everything like that. We know there's also going to be a huge city in there. It's not going to only take place in a city, but there will be a huge city. I've been dying to make a Pokemon Day 2026 predictions video. I think it's a little too early for me to like make a full prediction video, but I'll tell you some of the things I'm predicting here. Definitely, like I said, the starter Pokemon. I hope to see a little bit of the region. I don't know if it's going to be like an actual gameplay trailer or like the kind of like 3D render. Just like how the original Legends ZA trailer was, where like there was no gameplay, but like obviously we got to see some Pokemon, we got to see Lumio City, so it's probably gonna be something like that, and we could totally see the starter Pokemon in that. Definitely the name of the game. We're totally gonna see the name of the game, which we already do actually know from the leak. So it's actually going to be called Wind and Wave. The biggest fan name was Winds and Waves, but it seems like the official name will be just Wind and Wave. So take out the S for Winds and Waves, of course, and there you have the name for Generation 10. And here's another reason why 2026 is such a huge, important year for Pokemon, because here's the thing, the Switch 2, all these games are going to be Switch 2 exclusives except Champions. Champions, like I said, will be on the original Switch and the mobile phone. At least I'm pretty sure it's on the original Switch. The hardware of the Switch 2 is obviously better than the Switch, and you know, Pokemon on, you know, the Switch 1 has been pretty up in the air. It's like people are like, you know, do we like it? Do we not like it? A lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it. So the Switch 2 has the opportunity to just rewrite what Pokemon can be. A lot of people have been disappointed with Pokemon. The Switch 2 better give us just a huge, amazing, in-depth, thoroughly built, good-looking, aesthetic region. I hope it looks good, man. They better go the extra step. Some of the leaks have been telling us that's going to look like this, which is Xenoblade Chronicles X. Kind of look like this similar vibe right here, where it's kind of like actually realistic. And we have had leaked pictures as well, which are easy to find online if you really want to find these leaked photos. But some of the leaked photos actually look pretty promising. Like some of them I'm like, yeah, I could totally see where there's a little bit more detail. Obviously, the leaked photos are a beta build of the game. Like it's not the official like 100% completed form of the game. So it should look better actually. But from the beta build, I'm like, you know, I could totally see, I see it, you know? Pokemon Champions is going to be very competitive though. I think a lot of people are actually going to really enjoy that. I could totally see myself playing the game like just right before bed, you know, playing a couple rounds, couple of matches, tournaments, whatever. I really do think that's going to be pretty exciting. Poketopia and Champions will definitely release before Gen 10. So these are going to be 2 Pokemon games to kind of like tide us over for the time being. I was always thinking there could be a ZA DLC Part 2 coming in 2026. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm like 30-70 on that. You know what I'm saying? Like a little, like 30% of me is like, yeah, I could see that happening. But 70% of me is like, you know, they would have told us, and you know, they're focused on the other stuff now. Next year's also the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. So they have to go out with a bang for the 30th anniversary with Gen 10, man. Come on, bro. Gen 10 is huge. It's gonna be a huge Pokemon game. The pattern we typically have is every 3 years we get a new Pokemon generation, but this year is gonna be 4. This will be a 4-year gap in between Gen 9 and 10, which I can't believe it's 4 years. I cannot believe Scarlet and Violet came out almost 4 years ago. I guess when I'm sitting down right now, it's been about 3 years, but when Gen 10 comes out, it'll be 4 entire years, which is absurd. When Scarlet and Violet came out, I was just getting into like the YouTube side of things. Like I was kind of just like ramping up the channel, making more videos and stuff like that. So it's crazy to see. So I can't wait to see where the channel will be when Gen 10 drops. It's going to be so fun. So I just want to say thank you guys. All you guys that have been supporting the channel, thank you so much. Legends ZA has been so fun to talk about. It's kind of sad that we're not going to really talk about it all that much anymore. Since it's the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, they are going to have to market that like crazy, which means they have to make Gen 10 good. Like I cannot emphasize enough how good they need to make Generation 10. Now, like I said, from all the leaks and stuff, seems like it is going to be pretty good. Like it's going to be taking place in Southeast Asia, which they can get a lot of real life inspiration for the Pokemon, the region. You have a bunch of different islands, you know, different legendary Pokemon, new mythical Pokemon as well. And we will see how Generation 10 performs, and we kind of judge that and see how the next Pokemon games will actually be, because the next Pokemon games, Legends Galar, guys, we're also getting a multi-region MMO game with like Johto, Kanto, Hoenn, and I can't remember what the other region is. I think it's Sinnoh or something like that. One big game with all those regions combined. We're gonna get that game, I think 2028 or 2029. I can't remember exactly what year that one was said. Here's a roadmap though on the screen. I'm putting it on the screen so you can see all the release dates. So we have the Gen 10 game, Generation 10 DLC. We have Legends Galar, which is going to be the next Legends game. Could be the final one. Could be a trilogy. I hope they don't leave it at that. I hope we get more and more Legends games because I love the Legends idea. So depending on how Generation 10 performs, they'll spin that off and make the next games hopefully better and better. Meaning like if Gen 10 is really good, we can expect Gen 11 to even be better. At least we hope. We hope they don't go downhill. I think it's all up here from here though. I think Gamefreak, I think they're locked in right now. I think they're going to do the impossible, guys. I'm saying it. I think they're going to do the impossible and will give us a fantastic game. I seriously have high hopes because Legends ZA, it's not my favorite game, but I totally liked it better than Scarlet and Violet. Like I totally see the charm. Obviously I could like say things that I wish were in the game, like little nitpicks here and there that I don't like about the game, but there are a lot of things that I loved about the game. I know a lot of you liked Legends ZA, so let me know, how did you guys like ZA? We're gonna have a whole new graphics engine for Generation 10, so the game should look different, should look a little bit more realistic, and I'm just excited to see like Legends Galar, Generation 11, because we actually do kind of have a leak about Gen 11. We know that I think it's slated to release 2030, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's just wild to think 2026 is a big year. There is more than 2 big releases in 2026. We have Poketopia, Champions, and Gen 10. I just can't wait to see the Generation 10 leak season really come into fruition. Like we have already had a ton of leaks. You guys have been following the channel. We know we've had so much stuff already, but we can have more leaks about the map, more mechanics and stuff, because the first trailer that we'll see isn't going to reveal everything. They're going to reveal more after. Totally be a ton of things to talk about, theorize before we get more and more trailers and the game actually comes out. I just can't wait to see the storyline direction, the art style. It should be amazing. I just really think that 2026 is going to be a big milestone and a turning point for Generation 10. We know that Gamefreak, Pokemon, they like to push out the new anniversaries, like the 20th anniversary, the 25th anniversary. They've all been pretty big, so the 30th should be huge. We're going to have merch all over the place, bro. Merch, we're going to have cards. It's going to be a huge year. Like, you guys think that 2025 was a crazy year for Pokemon? Let's just wait until next year. It's going to be probably double that. Generation 10 will be a full, true, next generation Pokemon game. Legends ZA was still limited because it was on the Switch 1. A lot of people are like 50-50 on that. I've had so many comments, people saying Legends ZA wasn't held back by the Switch. I do think it is, like 100% it is, because think about it, the Switch is a lot older than the Switch 2. No, obviously no hate against the Switch, like I love the OG Switch. The Switch 2 is just a Switch, but better. It's just essentially a Switch Pro, but Generation 10 being full Switch 2 exclusive only should give us better performance, better open world, better graphics, little animations, and it should be a bigger scale game than Legends Arceus, even Scarlet Violet, which Scarlet Violet actually is a pretty big game. Like, it's a pretty big map. There's potential that could even give us the original, like, Generation 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 ported over to the Switch. I'm hoping, because we've had this, tweet from Hidden Power Podcast talking about, like, we do have the classic collection kind of like officially confirmed, which does entail games, but this could just be for the TCG side of things. I actually made a whole video about this if you want to check it out on the channel though, but that would be amazing. Like, imagine we do get at least Gen 1 through 3 ported over to the Switch in one way or another. I would love that so much. Overall, Pokemon has had criticism over the last several years, so this is a good restart point for the series, for the franchise as a whole. So 2026, guys, is going to be a big year for Pokemon and the Generation 10 game, which I know this video is kind of low-key mostly about Gen 10, but it's because it's important. Obviously, we have Poketopia and Champions to think about, but like I said, there's not really much to say because, Poketopia looks fun, Champions looks fun. That's all I really have to say at this point because we've had the leaks, we've had some trailers. I'm just excited to play those games. Although Pokopia is a game key card, I think, which is stupid. Stop that, Nintendo. Dude, Gen 10 better not be a key card. I swear, it better not be a key card. We better have an actual game on a cartridge. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications to help me reach my goal of 35,000 subscribers. If you're a real one watching this far in the video, comment down below Gen 10 2026. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much to all the channel members. You guys rock so much. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Someone